Hey everyone, how's everybody doing? All right, hey everyone, sorry. Well, not too many good words today, Ryan. Just chilling, hanging out on the backup account. You know how we do over here. I'm also kind of thirsty, quite thirsty. Sorry. Summer not training me beer. I thought about training her to do that, but no. Oh my goodness, I'm a little tired today. I'm fine, Corey. I was pissed the hell off last night, but then I realized I'm a Chargers fan and we always suck, so who cares? I was upset for like a bit, and then I realized, yeah, who fucking cares? Yeah. So I think I'm just done watching football in general. I think I just quit. It's not worth it anymore. Yeah, I think I just quit. Yeah, I literally just like took my jerseys, like threw them in a trash bag, and I just like threw them in the attic. I was like, I'll decide if I want these later or not. I don't even care anymore. what's the even point here? You know, like what is the entire point? So it's all good. Dude, I'm a Chargers fan. I live on the couch. The couch is always where I'm at. I've never not been on the couch. Michael, why don't you talk to leftists and Dims? There are important conversations to be had as we move forward. Yeah, you're correct. There are for other people to have. I'll go on other people's platforms and talk about it all day long. That doesn't bother me. I've done it many times. That is not what this space is for. It's just truly not what it's for. Luckily, there's tons of people out there that do all sorts of stuff, which is great. That's the cool thing about social media is you got people that do all sorts of stuff, right? The problem I see with that, okay, the problem I see with that is what happens is you get a bunch of people on the left that sit on the internet and argue with each other, okay, which is how, which is one of the biggest reasons why we lost the last election. And why we lost in 2016 and why we almost lost in 20 if Trump hadn't been so bad in like 2016, we would have lost in 2022. because people on the left spend more time fighting with each other than they do with people on the right. They spend more time fighting with each other. I watched this live too, and I was just scrolling through. Like I scroll through YouTube Shorts, and I scroll through TikTok, and I watch political stuff and all sorts of stuff. And I'll even give you guys a hint. I have accounts that aren't this one, and you guys don't even know that they exist, that I use just to see what's going on in the political world out there. Do it all the time. And Michael, I'm not trashing you, whatever. It's all good, man. But I watched this person on a live. Guys, if you guys are wondering what the Patriots hat, it doesn't come out till next weekend. It wasn't the day after. You think I have a spare Patriots hat hanging around? The bet was the next weekend, and it's en route. I don't just have a Patriots hat just sitting at my house just in case this happens. Okay. But I watched this live, and it was a person, okay, that just was just trashing other people on the left, and that's all they were doing. And I'd seen their live before. Their live is, it's fine. I mean, it gets people, but it's not incredibly popular. But as all of a sudden starts trashing other people on the left, and all of a sudden the live is popping off. There's a ton of people there watching, right? And I just want to let everyone know, like, whatever, man, you're doing what you think is best to boost your live and all that sort of stuff, and that's fine. Like, whatever. But just want to let you know that the reason why you have higher numbers is not because the left is interested, it's because the right is watching. It's because the right is watching. Because just like I love watching Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro splinter the party. All right. Just like I love watching Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson splinter their party with Nick Fuentes. Okay. People on the right love watching us do the same thing. Sorry to let you guys know. Drop their name. I don't even know who the fuck their name is. I don't even know what the fuck their name is. And that's like God honesty. I have no idea what their name even is. But unlike them, I wouldn't say it because I don't come on here and trash the left. That'd be pretty bad if I got on here complaining about them doing it and then I did it by trashing them. No, I'm better than that. Yep. So, anyways. Yes, that's my backup over there. It's having a hard time. Having a hard time connecting over here. I'll be back on my main tomorrow. So, yeah, I got a little 3-day whatever. Yeah, why would I react to drama? Why don't I care about people's drama? People just over here trying to be so extra for no reason. See, and that's the thing, Michael. You think certain parts of the Democratic Party need to be removed, and I think that I am not concerned with that because I'm worried about the fascism. See what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm not even trying to be rude, but you're concerned about what parts of the Democratic Party need to be removed, and I'm worried if we're going to have democracy in 3 years. So once we're back and we have, like power in this government to correct the inequities being caused by this government, once we have that, then I can argue with the left about how we make everything better. We can deal with where the left is wrong or where Democrats are wrong. We can deal with that after we deal with the current thing, which is the stopping the fascism. It's priorities. Life is all about perspective. Yo, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. We're gonna get this thing started and keep this thing going. We gotta think clearly here. There is nothing that anybody on the left is doing that's worse than what Donald Trump does before breakfast. Literally nothing. Legitimately nothing. Like the worst leftists I think of right now, I'm like, oh, they're horrible, and it's still like, that's still better than anything JD Vance has said in the last year. Got JD Vance calling people domestic terrorists and all sorts of shit. Like, come on, give me a break. Crazy stuff. Think about perspective. And I'll tell you this, there's a whole bunch of creators on the left that I'm not fans of. You won't hear me talk about them. There's a bunch of them. There's ones you guys probably like. And I don't like them at all. I just don't talk about them. I have better things to do. True stories, y'all. True stories. Anywho, we're gonna get this thing going. It might take a little second to get somebody in the guest request box. We actually had some phone calls, but they're already gone. But anyways, we'll get started. We'll open up the phone line, start to get this thing going. It's always a little harder. I'm on my backup account over here, and I have on a little restriction right there. I don't know why it keeps doing this to me on my backup, but I'm gonna have to erase this backup account and just get a new one. I think. But we'll get there. Yeah, you guys enjoyed the one with myself and Ari last night. That was really that was fun. I think we are going to kind of make that a Sunday thing. We're talking about making it maybe a Wednesday thing either. Well, we'll see. I'm not sure. But we'll definitely make it a Sunday thing. I think that's kind of part of the game plan right now. Because we do actually have to do some setup and some work and stuff like that. But yeah, it takes a little bit of prep time, so it's a little harder to do with no time, but it's still fun. But yeah, I think we'll do that on Sunday, and then maybe another day of the week if we get some time. Oh yeah, I mean, we can go back and it's fun to do together and stuff. It's just we're trying to build multiple platforms right now, so yeah. But anyhow, if you guys still support Trump, you can join the guest request box, or you can call in on the number number next to me. I see a few of you guys over there just running your little, being little keyboard warriors over here. So I don't expect you guys to call in. That would actually take, some idea of what you're talking about, or have a clue on how to have a conversation with somebody. But Since I know you guys aren't going to do any of those, regardless. But yeah, I had fun last night. We had a good time. Really good turnout too. We had a really good turnout. We had high numbers yesterday too. Yeah, that guy from Jamaica was something else. He was so we had a few of them. There was a few of them yesterday. Oh shoot! Thank you. I appreciate that. Whoop. There we go. That's better. Sorry about that. I was like, why haven't we gotten any calls? Oh, it's because my phone number's not up there. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That looks a lot better, huh? Maybe that's why they weren't calling in, because they didn't know what number to call in on. I didn't even catch that. You guys should have said something earlier. It's literally such a quick, like, it's just like a quick, easy click. It's so like, oh, it's fine. Hello, how are you?
You are a moron.
Okay, man. People should really work on being like smarter. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Said hello, how are you?
Good. So what is it that exactly you want to argue about? Like, what is it exactly?
Nothing specifically. I just said, how are you? Do you still support Trump?
So what exactly is it that you would like to argue about?
I just answered your question, sir. Do you still support Trump?
I mean, that's subjective. I mean,
yes, it is subjective. It's your subjective opinion, which is why I'm asking it.
I wasn't done talking.
That's fine. You're about to be done talking because I'm going to ask you for a third time. Yes or no? Do you support Trump?
I wasn't done talking.
5,
I will give you your opportunity if you give me mine.
3,
that's fine.
2.
Am I a toddler? Are you my father? Who are you?
Well, if you had had one, you'd know how to act better. Anyways, it's such a simple question. Like, I don't know. If we can't get past the how old are you, do you still support Trump? I'm not going to have a conversation with you. Hello, how are you?
Hello? Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you?
I can't hear what I don't get.
Wow, we can't even get past how are you? These MAGAs are not doing well today. These MAGAs are not doing so far. We haven't been able to get past how old are you? Do you still support Trump? No, that one couldn't even get past how are you? Just a standard greeting that we give to just, people in our lives. It is quite annoying. Like, how do you get this far in life? I mean, I know Trump says this, smart people don't like him, but I thought there was a limit to that. CB, thank you so much for the gifted. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. I don't know how you get this far in life. I know, it's just weird. Hello, how are you?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
I'm 50.
Oh, okay. Let me go. What year does that mean you were born in? I just wanted to see if he could do minus 50, and I didn't think he could. And I was right. Hello, how are you?
Good yourself?
I'm great. How old are you?
Just turned 32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
You know, this is like well, I did, but I'm not just basing it on what I read, like online stuff, but like there has to be, I don't know, it's hard for me. Like, I'm on the fence,
No, I don't know.
There's a lot of negative about him, as you know. Actual like Epstein and different,
Yeah, there is a lot of negative. Yeah, usually when there's lots of negatives on someone, they're bad people.
No, we didn't say that. I mean, But in this case, it's piling up. It's not just one, like he said, she said. You know,
It's not he said, she said. It was literally proven in court.
about Trump. You mean?
What?
Sorry, what was proven in court? Sorry.
That he was a felon, that he defrauded Children's Cancer Charity, that he sexually assaulted someone. These are all things proven in court.
Oh, okay. So if he was convicted in court, like, you still think he's fit and right for being president?
Of course he's not right for being president. That's what this whole thing is about.
It's a supporters though.
Huh?
Yeah, like your YouTube says like for supporters. That means people that support him, correct?
No, I talk to people that support him. I don't support him.
Oh, okay. Then that's even better. Sorry, but yeah. So everything that you've besides like everything being read in court, how are you basing this? Like, is it just that?
Oh no, there's
Because
tons of other
we all know
stuff.
people can
but-
be wrongfully convicted in court of law. Like, it happens.
Yeah, it does. But he wasn't.
So like you were always like against him, I guess, like or you
No,
were, but you're
there's
not now.
just physical evidence, and he admitted to the physical evidence. So, how could he be falsely convicted?
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, yeah, well, you got me there. Sorry, I waiting for a few friends to come and play poker. I figured I'd just give it a quick call. Sorry, I should have been more prepared, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I read that. I guess I read that wrong. Or too
Yeah,
fast.
no worry. I hope you're a much better poker player.
Oh yeah, no, I am. Then what? Like a conversation? You mean? Or what do you mean by that? Sorry.
I just hope you're a better poker player.
Then there has to be like better than. You can't just say I hope you're better at poker player. Like I hope you're a better swimmer than Steve, and I hope you're a better race car driver than David. Right?
Yeah, you just said you weren't prepared. So hopefully you're prepared to play poker. I'm gonna move on to the next person. Have a good one. Hello, how are you?
Yo, I just wanted to let you guys know that you're dumb nigger faggots and you all deserve to fucking die. Nigger, 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 nigger.
All right, man.
Yep. Bye, nigger.
Cool. Sounds good. Hey, Neurospicy, I hate to be a beggar, but if you send one more of those, it totally lights up that part of my gift gallery, and I would be super, super happy. Thank you so much for the 5 hand hearts. I need one more to light that up. Thank you so much. But thank you so much. I love you so much for thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Doing great.
Thank you so much. W's in the chat for Neurospicy. I really appreciate that. Awesome. Okay.
Are you there?
Yep. How old are you?
I am 40.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Why is that?
Earlier, I heard you say that there was physical evidence in his cases where he was tried and convicted.
Yeah.
What evidence are you talking about?
The literal checks he signed that he admitted to signing.
The checks to who? Stormy Daniels?
Yeah, well, made out to Michael Cohen for Stormy Daniels. Yeah.
What? So that's what you got, huh? Was he
Yes,
guilty?
that is
Was-
physical
was
evidence.
was-
He said not only did we have physical evidence, but he said, "Yep, I did that. I signed those."
Is it so? Have you ever signed a check to a lawyer before? A lawyer that handles a lot of your affairs.
No, this is like 2000. They just take it out of my
under
account.
oath. Trump said under oath that I signed this check for him to bribe Stormy Daniels.
No.
He just said I signed the check and I gave the check to Michael Cohen.
Yes.
Okay. That holds no water. What about Eugene Carroll?
That
You
holds
think he
no
was
water.
guilty in that?
It held enough water for a jury to convict him unanimously.
That's fine.
It's funny how
Let's move on to
you
the next
think
one.
it is really funny how you're like, oh, it holds no water. Like literally, it held so much water that he's a literal felon
Why did he go to jail for it?
because he became president.
No.
Yes.
Because it was civil. It wasn't legal. Let's
First
move
of
over
all,
to Eugene Carroll.
civil is legal, and second of all, this wasn't civil; it was a felony.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's go to Eugene Carroll.
Why do you keep trying to move off of this so fast?
Because it's not. Because it's silly.
It's silly to be a felon?
Okay. Okay. Why didn't he go to jail?
Because he became president.
That was the first case. That's not true. They could.
That's his.
Why didn't they sentence him? Why didn't they sentence him?
Because he became president.
Okay. All right. Okay. They didn't get him on that one. Okay. Eugene Carroll.
They didn't get him on that, sir. Sir, I don't understand what's so hard for you. The judge in the case specifically was like, "Hey, we're not sending
for it."
They did not arrest. He literally got tried in a court of law, sir.
It's fine, but he didn't go to prison.
So what? He's still a felon.
Okay.
He would have went to prison had he not not became president.
All right. Okay, Eugene Carroll.
You know, I've been in some shit in my fucking life. I've been in some shit in my life, but at least I've never been in something so shitty that I had to become president in order to freaking get out of it. That's why.
No, he would never been in it if he wasn't president. That's what you don't understand. But you don't want to move on to another point. I'm making a whole narrative.
Technically, you're right, because literally he had the felony because he had it in furtherance of another crime. One of those crimes was campaign finance law. So yeah, technically, if he had never ran for president, he wouldn't have had the crimes because he couldn't have possibly done them.
You won't let me make the whole narrative and the whole point.
No, sir, you're just trying to pivot to another conversation. Okay, fine. Go ahead and pivot. Go ahead and pivot.
Okay,
it's
Eugene
fine.
Carroll.
What
Eugene Carroll, did he rape her?
According to the judge there, yeah.
Okay, is there a statute of limitations on rape in New York City?
Yes. Well, there was.
No, there's not. Now you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there was. It got released, and then now it's not anymore.
No. That's in a civil case. There is not a statute of limitation for murder nor rape anywhere in any state.
You're wrong. Yeah, there is. What are you talking about?
There never has been, brother.
Yes,
there never has been. You're wrong.
Yes,
you're
there
wrong.
has been.
Two. Why did they try him? No, you're wrong. Why didn't they civilly? Maybe civilly, but not criminally. Criminally, there is no statute of limitation to rape or murder in New York City. They tried him civilly, right? Why didn't they try him criminally to put him in prison to keep him from becoming the 47th president? If he raped her, and they got all. Answer that.
I actually wasn't listening to you. What'd you say? You're not very good at articulating. Can you articulate better?
Okay, I'm not mad. I'll articulate better. All right. If he raped Eugene Carroll, why did they go civilly instead of criminally? Why did
because
they
it was
charge him
past the
criminally?
statute of limitations, which I'm about to pull up for you.
There's not a You're full of shit. There's not a statute of limitations on rape or murder.
Sir, you've already said that. I'm already on the way to proving you wrong. Okay, so just relax for a second. Okay.
Okay, there's not one criminally. There may be one civilly for civil stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Prove me wrong.
Sir, I'm going to. Relax.
You're not going to prove me wrong.
Yeah, it was under the 2022 Adult Survivors Act for civil cases. That's when it was extended.
Yeah, absolutely. If he raped her and you, why didn't they try her criminally? You're not going to win this argument.
Sir, I'm
because it's all bullshit. She's bullshit.
Okay, sir.
She said rape is sexy. Rape is sexy.
Hey, sir. I'm either going to prove this with you on the phone or I'm going to prove it with you off the phone. Okay? I would rather do it with you. Sir. All right. Well, I'm muting you now. I'm either going to do it with you on the phone or off the phone. Okay? But in order for me to do it with you on the phone, you need to be quiet. All right, cool. Statute of limitation was eliminated for serious sex crimes, including first-degree rape and aggravated assault for and assault of a child. Though these couldn't be for retroactive crimes. That was removed in 2006. Now, when did the case happen?
Criminal or civil?
Criminal.
That's not true, man.
Sir, I have it on the screen for literally everyone to see.
That
if you that is not a problem. No, sir. The civil one was 2022. The criminal one was 2006, but the cases weren't retroactive. Okay, so therefore, if it happened before that, it did not count. So it was past the statute of limitations. That's why.
Where'd you find that?
Well, I was just pulling up the quick overview, but I can pull it up on multiple things.
I pulled up multiple things.
Sir, you don't even know where I pulled it up from the first time. What are you talking about?
Well, okay, federally. Why didn't they charge him federally then? I know for a fact there's not a federal
statute. You can't charge someone federally
rape.
for state crimes?
Why can't you?
Because that's not the way our legal system works.
Come on, man.
What do you
know
mean, come
Eugene Carroll
on, man?
bullshit. And whether he banged Stormy Daniels or not, come on. You guys, they couldn't put him. Listen, they tried everything to keep him from winning. You're going to tell me that they wouldn't have released all the Epstein stuff if his name was in it too, like to keep him from winning that election? They tried to murder him.
It's just really funny,
It's
sir, how
all-
you were like, I can't
it's all
prove it.
narrative.
Hey, sir, it's really funny how you said I could not prove that the statute of limitations used to exist for New York.
You're
And I
wrong.
literally
You're
have.
wrong.
Hey,
I just
hey,
can't
hey,
drive you, and I can't
hey,
Google it to
hey,
prove you're wrong.
Hey, here's the actual New York State Senate talking about them removing the statute of limitations in 2006.
All right, let's hear it.
That's what it says. It says they removed the statute of limitations on rape in 2006. That's what it says.
I'm gonna look. Criminal or civil?
Criminal.
Come on, man. You're wrong. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna fucking share it in your group message.
Please
on
do.
your group feed or whatever this
Please
is on TikTok. You're dude, you're wrong. You're
Sir,
flat
then go
wrong.
ahead. What are you waiting for? Just do it. I heard you put the car in
I'm
park.
gonna do it.
Just prove me wrong. Go ahead. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Do it. I have the literal page of the New York State Senate saying I'm right. I would love for you to fucking prove me wrong. Please, please, and thank you. Jesus Christ. Anyways, y'all, welcome to the live. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
First degree rape and other serious sexual offenses have no statute of limitations.
And
R1, never have.
Sir. No, hold on.
Extended-
Okay, where does it say?
extended
No,
limit,
sir.
second-degree
No,
rape
no,
has a 20-year
stop
limit.
talking.
See,
Where
you're
does it
not
say
being-
that?
you're not being
Where does
fair
it
and
say
honest.
that? Where does it say that?
You're not being fair and
Where
honest.
does it say that?
First degree rape.
Sir, stop yelling rape over and over and over. It is not helping the conversation. Second of all, where are you finding it? And I'll put it on the screen for everybody to see so you can prove me right.
Simple Google. It's the first thing that came up.
Simple Google.
Simple. Key points for civil cases, lawsuits. Even civil, there's no statute of limitations.
I
for
typed it
first-degree
into
rape.
Google right here. Yes, in 2006, New York significantly changed its approach by passing legislation that removed the statute of limitations for certain sex crime, particularly first-degree rape.
Anything that can be considered a Class A felony criminally in New York, it's never had a statute of limitations. ever.
It does not say that it never did. It literally right here on Google overview says that it did, and
Come
they took
on,
it away.
man. Not true.
All right. Well, guess what?
Well,
You can think
have
whatever
one of
you
your-
want.
Have one of your weird.
Hey, you can think whatever you want.
You're
All of
wrong.
us living in this reality, like on this planet, will know the truth, and you can just live in whatever delusion you live in. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna read something else here to you.
Sir, do you have something that actually freaking goes above the actual state of New York saying this? I didn't think so. Anyways, y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to move on to the next caller. Just so loud and so wrong. It's amazing to be so loud and so wrong, you know? It's just impressive. Thank you guys for lighting up those little gift goals too. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Just so loud and so wrong.
Hello?
Hello?
Damn,
Cut off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you turn off the rest of the live? I don't want to hear myself.
Yes, I sure can.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Do I who support Trump?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Why is that?
Why?
Yes.
Did
Why?
you say why? Why? Because Americans don't get any support. We just don't. Everything is going to all of these foreigners coming in here, and it's a lot of drug pushing. It's just bad for Americans right now. And the Democrats don't seem to care about Americans anymore.
All right. So you want support. Literally, the Democrats literally almost solely run on supporting
I
Americans.
used to be
and
a Democrat.
I
So let
don't
me
care.
Let you know I was a
I
diehard.
do not give a shit. What I was saying is
Don't
the
give a
only
shit
people...
about your opinion either, asshole.
That wasn't your opinion. That was just you saying some shit. Guys, I'm trying to let you know this, okay? If you say the words, I used to be a Democrat on my live, I just want you to know that does not qualify anything, okay? Except for that you're a dumbass. Thank you so much, you're all spicy. I appreciate that. It does not qualify anything except for that you're a dumbass. Okay. It does not give you any more credibility. All right. I promise you. That was a really fast crash out, though. Hello. How are you?
What's up, you tonight?
I'm always doing all right. How old are you?
26.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why is that? Thank you so much, Neurospicy. I appreciate that.
I think that he's doing good with the country. I think that he's a businessman. So
And Kim,
I
thank you so
support
much.
that.
You think that he's a businessman? Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, he's good with business. He's good with trade. Like, you've seen what he did in Venezuela. People don't mess with him.
Hasn't he fucking bankrupted like 7 different businesses? Didn't he bankrupt like 2 casinos?
That was
How do you bankrupt a
strategic
casino?
move, which made him personally more money. So what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, that just means he's good at enriching himself. That doesn't mean he's good at business.
Well, and then look what he did with the country. I mean, I'm a truck driver. Gas prices are good. Diesel prices are good. You know,
The trucking industry
We're
literally
chilling.
lost billions and billions of dollars in revenue last year and had one of the lowest fucking like trucking revenue numbers in 2025 that they've had in decades.
You're talking about last year? No, that was pandemic. Like, what are you talking about?
2025
That
was
was
when
right
we had
after-
what was pandemic
No, no, no,
related
no, no.
because in
That-
2024 it was
the
awesome.
worst trucking. You're talking about something that you don't know about because you're not in the industry. Okay, so last year was actually pretty decent.
It was not.
Last year was
And I can
climbing
pull up
back up.
multiple different things to show that.
Okay, we'll pull them up.
Sure.
Because last year was decent. This year and the later part of last year was getting really good.
Yeah, towards the later part of the year, after it took a huge nosedive the first part of the year, finally towards the end of the year, it started to actually catch back up to getting close to 2024 numbers.
Well, look at rate prices for right after the pandemic and look at rate prices during the pandemic and the whole, that phase of time, it was terrible. And so now we're actually, doing good. I can drive and actually make money,
Yeah, you might be able to make money, sir. Again, Trump is not the president of you individually and your job. I am not making the claim that no truckers have made money.
Well, so my question would be is why don't you support Trump?
Yeah, because I don't support bad presidents.
Okay, so would you say that you support Obama?
I support most of what Obama did, yeah. There were some things I
Okay,
did.
so in that statement you said that you support some things that he did and some things that he didn't, okay?
I support
So-
him overwhelmingly what he did. There was some things also outside of that I didn't support.
Okay, I mean, I would say that he was a 50-50 president. Like,
Okay, then what was he
as far
50-50
as-
on?
I mean, the things that he did towards immigration, people don't talk about.
Yes,
But
we do.
who talks about it? Not the
Literally
news.
the entire left.
I don't know. I've never heard the left say anything negative towards him.
What are you talking about? The left literally came up, protested, had a huge uprising during the Obama administration based off of his immigration policies. Like while
Well, then
he
why
was
would
still
you
president.
support that?
Huh? Because that was
Why would
something.
you
Because
why-
because when we went out and protested and went against it, he changed his policy.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have to tell somebody not to murder people.
That wasn't
should be
murdering people.
something
What?
that-
Who was he murdering?
Some people died. A
No,
lot of
no,
people
I didn't
died.
say some people didn't die. I'm sure some people died. If there was just some people dying, I'd be like, okay, like that might happen, okay. But you said he was out there killing people. Who did he kill?
Well, no, not killing, but getting people. Like, I mean, if you have a policy in place that causes somebody to die, that's
All right, which
killing them.
policy did he have in place that caused someone to die?
His immigration policy.
No. Be specific. Which policy? Because just deporting people doesn't cause people to die. I mean, I guess technically, if you deport them back to their country, and they should have been, asylum seekers or something like that, that could,
Yeah,
down the line cause a death of someone, and that would be horrible. Or if you sent them to Mexico and they were, were subjected to a cartel, that could cause that. I completely understand how
but-
there's possibilities of causing death when it came to that. But the difference between Obama and Donald
Yeah.
Trump is that under Obama,
Yeah,
people
but
actually
that's-
got due process, right? People got due
Yeah.
process under the law and then were deported back to their own countries, not to torture prisons, not to concentration camps like Donald Trump does. Donald Trump, he didn't
Well,
have.
no, that's the thing. That was the thing. That was the actual thing, is that Obama had them in basically concentration camps.
Where's that?
And I don't know where they were located, but I'm talking, families and friends of mine trying to get me to find these people and see where their family is because they don't know. You know, and
Obama did not have people in concentration camps. Now, were there people that probably you could not get in contact for a little bit? Yeah, but they were still given due process.
that's because
They
of
were
the
still
policy.
given attorneys. They were still given the ability to call out to family and friends. All of those things existed. None of that was ever suspended under the Obama administration. If there was individual instances in which that happened, that's horrific. I feel very, very bad about that. But literally, that was never an Obama policy whatsoever. It is a Trump policy, by the way.
No, I don't know about the general population. I don't know about like everybody because I'm only talking about my specific experience. But yeah, it was a lot.
Well, sir, I will say this. It's simple. If that happened, then that's horrible and it's bad. Okay? What you're saying was not happening because of Obama policy and it was not happening on a mass scale. I guarantee you that. Okay? It was not. That's just point blank. But if it happened in your specific situation, then I find that very, very bad. And I'm very sorry that happened to your friends. And I do not want that to happen to anybody. I think that's horrific. And if that happened due to something Obama said, then I am very, very much against that. It's that simple.
I'm going to backtrack, though. I'm going to backtrack a little bit, if you don't mind. Back to Trump, okay? So as far as, like, a lot of things that he's done that are beneficial to society, you know, like, yeah, a lot of people debate about the tariffs and everything, but like I said, you know, and I'm talking more towards my personal experience through everything that's happened in the economy. But like I said, I'm a trucker, and so I deal with the rate of the economy. You know, like we get rate prices based on the economy, and so you know, after the tariffs, we see everything looks good. You know, like I said, it's climbing.
What looks good and is climbing?
You said what?
What looks good and is climbing? The unemployment rate's the worst it's been in 4 years. We lost over 1 million jobs last year. Prices are continuing to rise. What's looking good?
I'm talking about rates. Rates are looking good.
What rates?
The rates for the loads that we're getting. Like if I have to take something to California, I'm going to get paid more than I would have last year or during
at the expense of a whole bunch of truckers that can't get anything.
I mean, I'm talking about as far as everybody I've talked to in the industry.
Sir,
we're all saying that things are better.
There's been like 4 different freaking trucking companies, major trucking companies in the United States that have declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Just in 2025.
I mean, that happens. I mean, that's business.
That doesn't happen in a year. No, it doesn't. That is completely abnormal and completely like just out of the way. And the reason why they're declaring that is because there wasn't enough money in the system for them to be able to get loads to keep their business going. They literally had 4 major trucking companies that literally were losing so much money, okay, that they had to declare Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Okay. Now, if you didn't work for one of those companies, now all of those companies are, you know, like not working anymore, and now you get a benefit from all those people that don't have jobs now, then I'm sure that's true. That makes sense, right? Because of all those other people not being able to move loads, so now there's way less truckers in the system, and now you make more money at the expense of their jobs. That's probably
that
happening.
Actually doesn't make sense, because if that were to happen, then those same people would still go get other jobs and they would still be driving. And so like the infrastructure is still there, the trucks are still there. You know, it's not like all of their companies disappeared, you know, so everything would still be there. And in fact, if they tried to sell off those trucks, then that would boost the economy. And so everything about them closing, yes, that would benefit us. And those drivers would go find other jobs. And, you know, as a CDL holder, it's very easy to find a job, especially if you're working for one of the top 4 companies in America.
Yeah, BLS data right here shows that trucking transportation jobs were the lowest in years. In 2025.
That's been declining. Yeah, but that's been declining forever. So
it wasn't, though. It was literally raising in 2024. It was literally going up in 2024, going down in 2025.
That's post-pandemic.
So what? Sir, you're telling me that it was going up post-pandemic in 2024. Donald Trump comes in office, it immediately starts going down, and that's not pandemic?
No, it's what I'm saying is that it was going up, yes, because it's post-pandemic. But yes, there's going to be a dip. There's going to be a rise. That's how the economy works.
December, there was huge, great numbers because of the pandemic. January, numbers tanked. Nothing to do with the pandemic. That had nothing to do with Donald Trump at all. Has nothing to do with his policies specifically that targeted industry in the United States, that specifically targeted goods being moved in the United States, in which tariff specifically did that. Okay, where we specifically see prices going up, where we specifically see trucking going down. Sir, this makes complete sense to anybody that understands the way the economy works.
All right, so my other question is, okay, what about this big beautiful bill in which one thing that I'll talk about that is just completely amazing that he did. Immigrants can come into the country illegal, and they can get insurance. Okay, and I'm very closely connected to people who get benefits for medical stuff, and they are completely illegal. And I'm like, wow, I can't get those benefits. And then they're all crying because they got cut off. Well, I could get the benefits the exact same way that they do, but the thing is they're getting.
Hold on, but you just said you couldn't get them. You just said they can get them. You said they get them, and you can't. Okay, but now you're telling me you can get exactly what they can get.
Yeah, I could pretend that I'm illegal, and I can.
How do you know they're not paying taxes?
Because I'm closely connected to them. Okay,
sir. Sir. I don't want to hear about your whole little. I have friends that are. Some guy told me. I know every single MAGA has just dozens and dozens of undocumented immigrants that just tell them every crime they've ever commit, but nobody believes you. Okay?
I'm
literally nobody believes you, okay?
Literally, I'm married to one, so it doesn't matter.
You're married to an undocumented immigrant?
Yes.
Who's working, has insurance, and doesn't pay taxes.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the largest big bunch of bullshit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
All right. Well, I don't care if you believe me or not. I'm talking straight facts. I can introduce you to.
So why don't you just get your wife fucking citizenship? She's eligible for permanent residency just by being married to you.
Because we're married. Yes, exactly. And so that's what we're working on and everything.
You're working on it. It takes like 6 months. How long have you been married?
We've been married for 3 years.
You've been married for 3 years, and she's still an undocumented immigrant.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I hope she gets deported.
Well, I mean, if that happens, I'll probably move to Mexico, whatever.
Hey, that's a win-win for me.
I mean, but the point is that she was getting insurance for free, okay?
No, she wasn't.
And they cut it off.
Who was giving her insurance for free? Under what program?
Let me ask her real quick, actually.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Then we have it 100%. You don't think that I'm bullshitting?
Oh, I 100% know you're bullshitting.
Who gives you insurance? Who's your insurance through?
Oh, your insurance?
Yeah.
My insurance?
Yeah, your insurance.
Oh, my insurance.
Who provides it? Is it Medicare, Medicaid? What is it?
It's Medicare, I think so. I don't know. My name is West Point.
Is West Point? Well Point?
COVID Keys.
Something like that. Well Point covered, something like that, okay? Regardless, she's getting insurance, and it's getting cut off, okay? And
I would still like to know who she's getting it through. That would be actually like a whole bunch of stuff, because even in California, where undocumented immigrants can get things like Medi-Cal, it still pretty much costs money, so... Yeah, I don't know where nobody is
free.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing. Nothing. Anyways, yes,
this is husband of the year, by the way.
Right.
This is husband of the year.
I'm talking about as far as the economy goes, and plus I provide for her perfectly. She doesn't have to worry about anything.
If you provided for her, then why isn't she on your insurance?
Well, that's the thing. Like, she could be, but at the same time, since she has her own, I haven't put her on my insurance.
So you haven't gotten her a permanent residency. You haven't gotten her insurance. You haven't done like anything to actually like what are you doing to support her?
Well, I mean, she doesn't work. She lives with me. She used to work, but now she doesn't. And
she used to work as an undocumented immigrant. That's interesting.
Yes, I mean. But
a second ago, you told me she wasn't paying taxes, but
She don't pay taxes. She works. She works for cash.
Trump, I hope you're hearing
that's
this.
how they do it.
I hope you're hearing this, Trump.
Look, I mean, look, I'm telling you, okay, I don't want her to benefit from the system, okay?
You're
Because
literally
I
the
want her
only
to-
reason she's benefiting from the system.
Well, no.
Literally,
I'm fine with her getting cut off.
literally,
I'm
if
fine
you
with her
didn't want her
getting
to
cut off.
benefit from the system, you could literally stop that at any point in time by putting her on your insurance and letting her getting her legal residency. But it sounds like you're just holding her passport and she's a hostage.
Well, no, she's getting directly from my tax dollars. I pay plenty of tax dollars, so she's getting that. And you know, as soon as it gets cut off, I won't have a problem with it. But I mean, it saves me a little bit of money. That's fine. You know, but at the same time, like, yes, I'm doing something that I wouldn't want the general public to do, and I'll 100% admit to that. I wouldn't want all of the illegals to be doing the same thing that she's doing. Okay. But at the same time, like I will admit to it. I will admit that that's what's going on, you know. But at the same time, you know, that's just how the system is right now. And if the system is
What
like
state
that,
do you live
then
in?
I can't tell you that information. I mean, you
All right,
already
so
know
it's
too much.
California.
It's definitely California.
Yeah. It's California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you understand the reason why it's important that undocumented immigrants get medical insurance?
It's very important because we don't want them to die. We don't want them to
Oh, no, they wouldn't
you know,
die anyway because there's EMTALA laws.
Yeah, but we need them to have we need them to be healthy, but at the same time, at what
Why do you
cost
need them
the
to be
American
healthy?
people? We need all people to be healthy. I mean, or we want them to be healthy. We don't need
Why?
them to be healthy. Because I mean, as far as like
You're saying
contracting
this
and
is
stuff,
like it's a real thing. California is one of the very few states that provides health insurance for undocumented immigrants. One of the very, very few. So the majority of Americans do not agree with you. And actually the party that you support and the president that you support doesn't believe that either. You're actually benefiting from very blue policies.
All right. Well, I mean, what is the other states that has that? Because I mean,
They're
I
all
don't
blue
live in
states, Massachusetts, Minnesota.
Okay, well, yeah, if it's blue states, then I understand why. Because the state that
you're literally supporting blue policies. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't support that.
Yes,
Although
you are.
I'm going with
You
it
literally
because
just said the words. I think that we need people to be healthy. Well, guess what? The party you support doesn't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I want that. I don't need that.
But
We
you
don't
support
need
the
that.
opposite. You support a party and a president. Okay, you support a policy and a president that says that undocumented immigrants should be harmed, put in concentration camps, sent to torture prisons, starved.
Well, no, he says that they should be deported. Simple as that. He doesn't say that they should be. Yes, the only thing that he wants is to.
He
deport
paid
them.
U.S.
He wants
tax
to get
dollars
rid
to
of
send
them.
them to a torture prison. He built concentration camps. What are you talking about?
I'm not aware of that at all, and you'd have to pull an article.
How
up
about you do that?
All right, I'll pull an article up.
You can look up CCOT. You can look up Alligator Alcatraz. You can look up all of them. Not to mention the fact that freaking the health insurance that you're claiming that, you know, that your very poorly taken care of wife was getting. He actually specifically freaking put out policy in the big, beautiful bill to make sure that they can't get it.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying, though. Like, although
sir,
I am using that,
sir,
I
the
don't agree
reason
with
why
that.
it's important for people and immigrants to undocumented immigrants to get health insurance is because it's cheaper to the taxpayer.
What?
It's cheaper to the taxpayer.
Oh, yes, I see what you're saying on that. That being said,
why are
it
you
would be
laughing?
actually cheaper because it's cheaper to deport them. It's cheaper to
No, it's not.
Get them to leave.
No, it's not. It costs tens of thousands of dollars to deport them.
In mass, you're talking about deporting a lot of them. You know,
no, I'm talking about a singular person. I think a singular person takes like $17,000 on average to deport.
All right. So do you hear that number that you just said?
Mm-hmm.
And then think about that. How ridiculous that sounds. Okay. You just said $17,000 to deport somebody.
Yeah, not to mention all the money that we lose in tax revenue.
Now, just think about it though. Okay, if it costed $17,000 to deport somebody, okay, That's just an absurd number. I don't
It's
know
not an
where you
absurd
get your
number. That
numbers
is
from.
the number. And it's on
I don't know
average. It's
where
not
you got
every
that
single.
number from.
How do you think a deportation works, sir?
All right, so you get arrested, okay? Then they send you to a deportation jail, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
And then from there you get processed, and then you get on a bus with a bunch of other people getting deported, and there you go.
Well, first
get
of all,
deported.
one, there has to be somebody to arrest and detain them. Then there has to be somebody, multiple people there, because they do that in mass, right? So every single one person that is arrested or detained, that costs money, and then they take them to a detention center. Now there's people there that have to house them in that detention center, right? You have to keep the electricity on, you have to feed them, you have to freaking provide water, and you have to pay all the people to work there, right? And then that costs even more, right? And hold on, sir. I'm not even close to finish. Okay. Then they have to stay there until due process comes across, which could be weeks or months until that happens. Then you're saying put them on a bus. What if they're not from a country that you can bus them into, right? What if they're from Venezuela? What if they're from Chile? What if they're from Argentina? Right. And how much do planes cost? Actually, on average, because Donald Trump is specifically using military planes, right? It literally costs $700,000-$800,000 every single time one of those things takes off, right? So that's
not the planes that they use.
That is the planes that they use. They actually stopped using commercial planes and started using military planes specifically under Donald Trump, which made the price go up by 7 times.
And I mean, it's still cheaper than keeping them here.
It's not.
And also,
it's not though, sir. It's not though, sir. Because keeping them here, they pay taxes.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. In the last trackable year of 2024, undocumented immigrants paid almost $100 billion in taxes and only took $33 billion in federal taxes out of that time. They not only paid taxes, but they paid more taxes than we spent on them. They paid $22 million into Social Security. They can't even get that.
I mean,
$22 billion.
I mean, you must be talking about different illegals than the ones
than
over
your
here,
wife. Yes, there
here,
are more undocumented immigrants than just your wife.
Well, over here they don't. They work for cash. They work for cash.
No,
they don't
that's
pay
just
taxes.
your wife.
I'm talking about every single.
Does your wife ever buy
I've
anything with that cash?
Yes, they buy things. You know, we all do. Yeah.
Oh, so does she pay taxes when she buys that, or is there some secret undocumented immigrant way to pay for things without paying sales tax?
All right, so they skip one tax and then they pay the other one.
You do know in California, undocumented immigrants can get I-10, so they can actually work legally.
Well, not over here.
Yes, do that over there in California. Yes.
Well, I'm not in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What state are you in?
No, I mean, I can't tell you that.
Sir, you are not a secret agent. Nobody cares about you, and nobody is trying to dox you. I'm just talking about the law. What state are you in? I'm in Florida. Does that help?
All right, I'm in the great state of Tennessee.
You're in Tennessee. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. No, undocumented immigrants generally cannot get health insurance in Tennessee through federal programs like Medicaid, Medicare, or the ACA Marketplace. They can't get essential emergency care and potential access to low-cost local options or employer plans through options, although options are very limited.
So I don't know how she does it. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with
you know what I think is probably the truth. What's probably your wife is probably just documented.
And she probably isn't.
Okay. I mean, and how is she here?
Well, she came here legally. Okay. She came here on a visa. Okay. And then her visa, we met, we fell in love, we got married, her visa expired. And you know, here we go. That's the situation we're in now. And, you know, I have one little hiccup holding me back from getting her citizenship. And it has to do with the government, and so I'm trying to fix that. And up until the point that I fix that, we can't continue with that process to get her citizenship. But she's been pulled over plenty of times, and every time she gets pulled over, we tell them the situation, and they're reasonable with us. If they wanted to, in that moment, they could deport her because she is, in fact, illegal. But Luckily, we've never had any asshole cops, or I wouldn't even call them assholes. I just call them doing their job. But, go all the way with it. Most of the time after we explain the situation to them, they're pretty reasonable, and they let us slide, But like I said, like if I walked past an ATM and the ATM started
So she
spitting
drives?
bills out, yeah, she drives.
So she has a driver's license?
No, she does not. Like I said, we've been very fortunate. But if I were to walk past an ATM and it started spitting bills out, I would start picking those bills up, okay? Now, would I say that that was the right thing to do?
Yes.
And would I say that I agree with my decision to pick up that money? No,
Yes.
it's stealing.
How?
No, that's stealing. That's 100% stealing.
How's it stealing?
Because it's not your money. And it's
Whose money is it?
It's the bank's money.
How do I know that?
I mean, like, generally, okay, you can, morally, I think that everybody would pick up the money, but we would all know the truth. We would all know that we're not really supposed to be doing that.
Again, undocumented immigrants aren't stealing. They paid more in taxes than they get from taxes. They aren't stealing. Okay? They are providing money into our government, into our economy. Okay?
Right,
they
so-
are giving
so
more
here's
than
what
they take
Here's what
from
you're
it.
saying, though. You're saying that they're giving more than they're taking, okay?
Yes.
You can't spend more money than you make, okay? So them making money here is them taking, okay? Because they're not supposed to be here in the first place. So you're saying
Taking from what?
that they're taking from us.
They're
taking
working
from everybody.
How does that work, dude?
Yes.
You're saying when you go to work, you're stealing.
No.
And how come when they go to
live
work,
here.
they're
I'm
stealing?
Because they're not supposed to be here.
What do you mean
So
they're not
that's
supposed
a
to be there? What
job-
does that have to fucking do with anything?
That's a job.
They
that
worked for
an
their
American,
money. Jobs don't
American
just belong
citizen-
to American citizens.
Yeah, they do.
How?
Because we're
Sir,
citizens
if we
of this
only
country.
had a jobs for American citizens, you do realize our economy would crash immediately, right?
That's what you think.
No, that's what I
you
know. Okay? That's what I know. Okay? We don't have enough workers in this country to sustain our economy if it was just US citizens working. Our economy would
We
crash.
definitely
If we
do.
could snap our fingers right now and remove every undocumented immigrant, our economy would crash overnight.
Yes, because of the fact that they are holding it up right now. Now, if they were to disappear, as soon as they disappeared,
So with the
people would go
jobs,
fill those positions.
there's not enough people.
People would go. Yes, because we would use less, we would consume less,
No,
and we would
wouldn't.
use. Yes, we would.
No, sir.
I
There
mean,
are 7 million open jobs, or 7 million open jobs in the United States, and like 8 million workers. Okay, there was 7 million. Okay, if we were to get rid of 14 million undocumented immigrants, there's not enough people to work the jobs. So when they can't work the jobs, those jobs go away, and our economy crashes.
No, they increase the price to pay you to work at that job, and then the unemployment rate goes down because people are more willing to work, and the jobs that we're doing as an American, we get paid more for it.
No, you might get paid more for it. That is true, but then the product would also cost more. So therefore, everything would be more expensive. So the actual power of the dollar would actually crash.
That's what you say, but I mean,
No, that's how the economy works, sir. If everything was coming from the United States and everything was being paid by American workers who are now making more money, then if all American workers are being paid more money, then the cost of that good has to go up to make up for those Americans making them more money. Therefore, all of the things that those people consume that are now making more money costs more money, and so therefore the buying
because
power
there's less
of the
people
dollar.
consuming.
What?
There's less people consuming because those illegals.
There's
are
less
also
products
consuming.
being made. If there's less people consuming, there's just less products being made. The supply and demand issue
Yeah.
doesn't change. So therefore, the products that are being made are still more expensive.
And we're making more money for that, okay? And so the economy still goes on, okay? Things
You're
still happen.
making more money. The price of the product goes up exponentially. The buying power of the dollar goes down. You're in a worse position than you are now.
No, realistically, everything would smooth itself out.
Sir, have you
People would
taken
start
like a
working more.
single economics class ever in your entire life? Because this is
Yes, I have.
this is like week 1 of economics 101 undergrad. This isn't complicated economic theory. This isn't anything. The fact that you're arguing this with me is insane.
Okay.
Okay.
So
if we
how many
all of
people-
a
how many
sudden,
people were deported?
sir, if we all of a
How many
sudden
people were deported
had
last year?
fucking 20 million jobs open in the United States and no one to fill them, okay, then our economy would crash. Okay, major U.S. companies that don't just freaking rely on the U.S. market, that rely on all sorts of fucking markets, would just disintegrate. Okay.
Okay, so what you're saying though is that if we had 500,000 people go away, then the economy would crash.
500,000? No.
Yeah, 500,000. Okay, how many?
Our economy
How many?
just worsens like it's doing right now.
Okay, so we had in 2023 we had 500,000 people get deported, and the economy's perfectly fine. Life still goes on.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is not backed by any.
Sir, I didn't say
Okay,
it would
so-
immediately crash it at 500,000 people. I said if 14 million people got deported. Did you not hear me?
Okay, 14 million, but it
How
would
many
be
people did
some
we
type
have
of-
come in?
I don't exactly know that number. I'd
Okay,
have to
that's the number that
double check.
matters, because if we had 500,000 people get deported, but we had freaking 200,000, a half of that come in the United States, then that didn't really hurt much, did it?
Okay, but the point is though is that it's still more people are getting deported than they're coming in. Okay, and the economy's not being affected negatively.
It is
okay?
being affected
So-
negatively. Again, we have the highest unemployment rate we've had in 4 years. The freaking inflation is still rising. Okay, we freaking cost of living
unemployment
has
rate has nothing to do
skyrocketed. The
with
buying
illegals
of the
coming and
dollar,
going.
the buying power of the dollar is decreasing according to CPI.
Which it has been since forever.
It's
you know,
increasing,
since-
decreasing faster,
1911.
sir.
Yes, that's how it works. You know, I mean, that's
It's how
inflation
it works when you have bad policy. Yes. When you have good policy, it increases better. It does better. And when you have bad policy, like bad immigration policy, bad tariff policy, then it gets worse.
Well, no, if you think about it, the Federal Reserve kind of makes sure that inflation will always go up. It's always going to go up. I mean, if you want decentralized currency, then, you know, the dollar is going to always be worth a consistent amount. It might drop and go up, but at the same time, it'll still, you know, that's the benefit of decentralized currency. But with a Federal Reserve, we're going to have inflation. That's a part of the system.
That's not
You
what
know,
I'm
but
talking
that's why
about.
we
You're
make more.
strawmanning the argument to just talk about one thing. You're saying that the economy is doing just fine, and we can see the negative effects of the economy. Like, if you're ignoring all of these negative effects of the economy, then you're just sticking your head in the sand. That's all you're doing.
Well, I'm talking from a
insane.
standpoint where I work in an industry which runs America. We actually, without truck drivers, America wouldn't be shit. And I'm a part of that industry, and so I know how the economy works in that sense. And I'm talking from my perspective. I'm not talking about the general. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'll admit to it if I am.
No, it's
But
an
at the
appeal to
same
authority, and it's a bad one.
But at the same time, like I said, the economy's doing just fine. Everything's cruising. We're not, in a recession. Nothing like that. And I mean, as far as the president goes, I mean, you can just see what he does. He's pretty cool,
Yeah, I love freaking torturing people. So much fun. I love fucking shooting, mothers of threes in the face. That's so much fun.
Yeah,
So-
he didn't do
so
that.
cool.
And
Oh no, he just put the people there that did and then defended it.
who said he defended that?
He did, out of his own mouth.
I would have. I mean, look up an article. I mean,
Sir, you go
say
look
that
it
he
up.
did
Like,
have it.
really, this is ridiculous. If you haven't heard this by now, where he literally fucking called her like a radical leftist fucking domestic terrorist who was fucking trying to fucking commit a violent, like, radical act. He literally
And I mean,
defended the ICE officer, dude. He defended the guy who shot her. So did JD
Well,
Vance.
if he said that, then he could have been uninformed. And then also,
If he's uninformed, then
like
he's a
you
bad
said-
president, because he shouldn't be talking if he's not informed, because he's the fucking president.
Well, he could have been informed, but misinformed.
If that's the
And
case, then
so-
either he's a bad president or his staff is bad, which makes him a bad president. Either way, it's still on him.
Yes, it's on him, but at the same time, like I said, or like you said earlier, you don't support everything that Obama did, and
No, you said he's cool as he's defending a woman's murder.
No, I didn't say that he was
Yes,
cool as
you
he was
are. You
defending
literally
woman's murder.
just said,
I said he
"Oh
was
no, you're
cool.
watching him, right? He's pretty cool, huh?" No, he's not pretty fucking cool. He's
Well,
a fucking
at
rapist.
the same time, I'm
he's a
defending
fucking
his
rapist.
business.
He's a fucking felon, and he's defrauded children with cancer. He's sexualized
Okay, so you
10-year-olds
said
and
he's
his own
racist.
fucking daughter.
Didn't he like date a black girl at one point?
What?
So like how is he racist though?
Hey,
like, he dated
ding
a black
dong.
girl.
Hey, he's a rapist. He sexually
racist.
assaults women.
Who did he sexually assault?
Dude, I am not even going down this fucking rabbit hole with you. If you think that's a cool fucking person, then you're a piece of shit.
All right, but is that alleged or is that an actual?
Oh, it's just
fact
proven
that
in
you're
court
talking about?
unanimously.
Unanimously, no, that's not proven.
Proven in court unanimously is proven. That's literally how we prove crimes in this country.
Apparently.
Yeah, but according to you, that's just a cool guy, right?
Well, I mean, I'm talking about economically. I don't know about him personally. I like the fact
then
that
you
he
should
likes Charlie
read
Kirk.
something. Okay.
What do you think about Charlie Kirk? You think Charlie?
I'm
Kirk's a
not
good guy?
talking to you anymore, sir.
You got my wife laughing in the background.
I'm glad.
So that is a good question, though. I mean,
Sir,
do you
what
support
about I'm
Charlie
not
Kirk?
talking to you anymore? Are you having a hard time with?
Well, then why are you still on the phone?
Oh, I was trying to be polite and hang up, but if you'd like me to be rude, I can.
All right, we'll politely hang up. Nice
Oh, okay.
meeting you.
Yeah, I hope your wife gets deported, okay?
Okay. I hope you're.
All right, cool. Anyways, y'all, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys would like to support the live, do a super chat, super stickers, pay links in the bio, all that fun stuff. Neurospicy, thank you so much for lighting up those hearts for me. I really appreciate that. We're gonna keep this thing going. I really do hope his wife gets deported. Like, truthfully. I really mean that. He said he would go to Mexico if she got deported. I'm just saying that's a win-win. All right. She's gone and he's gone. It's a win for America. All right. Megs, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really appreciate you. And Moderate, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that too. Thank you so much. Also, F, thank you so much for the $2. CB, thank you so much for the $2. And Garrett, thank you so much for the 10 euros. Or that pounds? Pounds. It says, love what you do. Thank you so much. We're going to open up these phone lines, keep this thing going. Really, really appreciate you guys. Mindspeak, also thank you so much for the $10. Said, it's funny that he says they are not supposed to be here. I will challenge him to look at his wife and repeat that. He can make his wife legal because he made a crime. Who's the criminal now? By the way, his wife was totally not an undocumented immigrant. I just thought I'd let you know. He was lying out of his teeth. Nothing that he said actually checked. Anyways, hello, how are you?
Hey, man, what's going on? Good morning here. Ohio gozaimasu from Japan. I'm currently stationed over here. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, but I'm going to move on to the next caller. Have a good one. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
You straw pick a lot of shit, faggot. Just so you know.
Cool. Did you get that all off your chest, bud?
No, I got 30 more minutes if you got time.
I mean, I have all the time in the world, but you're probably late for your clan rally. I have all the time in the world, but, you know. I assume you're late for your rally. You got someplace to be. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 54.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Actually, I don't.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to move on. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Hi there. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 33.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Hold on. Yeah, I thought I just hung up on you. All right. Sorry. I was like, man, that voice sounded familiar, didn't it? Like I heard it and then I was like, man, that sounded really familiar. Like I had just heard that voice. Thank Thank you so much for that, Mindspeak. I really appreciate that. Fly Girl also, thank you so much. $2 said, if he's a Trumper, why is his wife still here? If he was a real Trumper, he'd call ICE on her himself. Hello, how are you?
Hey, Father, how are you doing?
Hi, what? How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
37.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, think about it this way, Polly. Think about it. If we get Elon Musk to $1 trillion, don't you think that money's going to trickle down? And
Yeah, this is already a waste of a conversation. No, we're going to move on to the next person. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 18 years old. I just took an economy class.
Okay, and?
What? Oh, you just talked to the last guy and you asked if he ever took an economy class. I mean, the other guy that you talked to, he was pretty brain dead, dude. I won't lie.
Yeah, he was. All right. All right, I think I'm going to move on. Hello, how are you?
Hi. I'm all right.
Awesome. How old are you?
16.
Oh, no. Too young. He took economy class. He got on a plane and took economy class to wherever. ET, thank you so much for the $5. So they're not supposed to be here. Is his wife supposed to be here? This is unreal. Yeah, again, I don't believe him. I truly, truly don't. I think he was trolling. Hello, how are you? Awesome.
Yo,
How old are you?
29.
Yeah, I don't believe you. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
23. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I support his deportation policies. Actually, I take that back a little bit. I support what he's doing, but I don't think he's doing enough.
Okay. Why is that?
I have a couple quick questions for you, though. Can I ask you a question or two really quick to start off?
If you must.
Yes. For the previous caller that had the immigrant wife, what's your takeaway from that? Do you think he's telling the truth, and what's going on there?
No, he's not.
Okay. So that being said, do you think that he's actually a truck driver?
No, I do not.
You don't think he's a truck driver, really? Why is that?
Well, I just don't believe he is.
Well, what's to say he's not a truck driver? I mean,
What's to
brought
say
that
he
up
is
at
a
this
truck driver,
point.
sir? You just asked my opinion.
Okay. So that being said, a guy that sits on the road driving trucks all day, right? Do you think that he is going to be a good political speaker, able to compete at your level? I mean, you do this for work, I assume. You do this.
The reason why I don't think he's a truck driver is because he doesn't talk like a truck driver. I talk to truck drivers all the time.
What do you think truck drivers sound like?
Like how you're describing.
What do you mean, like I'm describing?
Well, you are specifically saying, like, hey, so you think somebody that sits on a road all the time is able to compete on my level as far as politics? And the correct answer is most likely not, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
So,
but I talk to truck drivers all the time. And the truck drivers, again, my dad is a truck driver for his entire life before he passed, right? I'm used to dealing with truck drivers. I'm used to what truck drivers sound like. And when I do talk to truck drivers, I try to have good conversations with those truck drivers. I don't believe that he was one. He doesn't sound like one.
Okay. Well, he's obviously probably a lot longer than Dad is, right? And a majority of truck drivers are going to be significantly older. How old was he?
I don't remember exactly. Why are we having a diatribe into this guy's life?
Okay, so my point being, right? Notice how long you kept that fool on the phone for. You know, a lot of these guys calling. I think you're picking out easy targets that are going to be easy for you to debate with.
I'm still talking to you.
You are.
Are
No,
you
I'm
an
not
easy
debating.
target?
I think I'm an easy target to debate with, probably. Yeah, because I don't do this full time as you do.
Sir, usually I just stick on the phone longer with people who don't scream and yell at me.
Are you saying I'm screaming and yelling?
No, that's why you're still on the phone, and that's why he was on the phone for so long.
Yeah. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just asking you questions here. Do you think that you pick out targets that are going to be easier?
No,
for
I
you to
pick out
interact
people
with?
that don't scream and yell at me and actually get onto political points that we can have conversations about. Like, I'll give you an example. Me talking about this entire life story of the last guest is insanely fucking boring to me, and I don't want to have it anymore, right? So what's going to happen is I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say, hey, either move on with a political point or I'm going to move on to the next caller because I am here to run a show that's entertaining, and this is boring as shit.
All right. Well, I think you have a good evening.
All right, cool. Bye. It's just, I'm trying to run a show here, and that's boring as fuck, dude. Slorian, thank you so much for the 6-7. Like, I'm sorry. Like, why aren't we having an entire full fucking conversation about that dude's whole life? The dude that's not even on the fucking phone anymore. Crazy, dude. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Hello, how are you?
I am good. Why do you not support Trump?
I don't support bad presidents. How old are you?
23.
Awesome. Why do you support Trump?
So me personally, I don't really, I believe that most presidents are always going to claim that they want the best for the economy. So, me personally, I don't really look much into the economy side of thing, more do, political standpoints on like abortion, immigration. But today, I actually wanted to ask you, about how Trump cut, what would be a good example? Like funding for like student aid, like college aid. Like, what do you think that students should have financial aid to go to college or no?
I think college should be pretty much free. So
You think college should be free?
essentially, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably the most. But I'm saying that's not really logical.
Yeah, it is. Tons of countries do it.
Well, but other countries also have free healthcare. But why don't we have that either?
Because we're stupid.
And
Doesn't
can we
make it
agree
not
that
logical. It just makes it stupid.
But can we agree that that's collective as not based on whether it was Trump or not?
I didn't blame any of that on Trump. You just asked me if I
No, I
thought
know.
student aid should go to school, and I said the school was free. School should be free. That was it. I just answered the question.
Okay, that's fair.
Mhm.
So you have no reason as to why you don't like Trump. You just say he's a bad president.
I have tons of reasons why. You didn't bring up anything for me to talk about. You brought up immigration slightly, and then you brought up abortion, and then you jumped straight over to college. So I'm just responding to what you're asking. His immigration policy, when we expand, his immigration policy is inhumane. He doesn't believe any of the shit that he said as far as abortion is concerned. Actually, specifically, he just got on television and told Republicans that they need to be softer on the Hyde Amendment when it comes to, like ACA subsidies that are going out. Not to mention the fact that we have literally documented proof that he's paid for abortions before. So I don't know why you're talking about that, except for the fact that he freaking, that he, put in Supreme Court justices that took the rights away from freaking millions of women in red states, including women that have been killed and died on the fucking on operating tables due to these horrible policies, right? He's had freaking IVF banned in certain places. Actually, I think specifically they just came out with a new ban on IVF for the military members, right? While at the same time he's telling freaking the Republicans to be soft on Hyde, or to be softer on the Hyde Amendment. So I don't know what your point is when it comes to that. His immigration policies are inhumane. They're freaking they're cruel. Cruelty is the point of them. He's building concentration camps and sending people to fucking torture prisons. I don't know why you support that either.
So I'm sorry, but so abortion isn't murder? You don't think?
No,
Abortion is not murder.
I'm not gonna repeat myself. You heard me.
So if I kill someone, is that murder?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the difference there?
You're killing someone.
Okay,
That's
so-
the difference.
so do you
Who has
support murder?
rights under the law in the United States?
Everybody.
Incorrect. Well, I mean, you are correct, but also incorrect at the same time. Who has?
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. What does the 14th Amendment say?
Yeah, I know it's the truth.
What does the 14th Amendment say?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it says
Let me
all
know
persons
what's up.
born. All persons born have the rights under the Constitution. All persons born. So you're right. Everybody born.
Okay, that's fine. But what I said is that murder is wrong.
Correct. Murdering
I don't
a
really-
person,
I don't
as in all persons born, is wrong. Yes, I agree.
I don't really care that the 14th Amendment says they have rights. I'm saying that it's murder. Murder is murder.
No, murder is a legal term, okay, that we prosecute someone under the law on, okay? And the law says it applies to all persons born.
Oh my God. So, okay, so then if the law says that this is, so if this is what the law states, then how is this even a debatable topic that will never be solved in society?
Because people like you can't stay out of freaking other people's business.
So okay, so the reason that abortion will never be solved is because I can't stay out of people's business.
Well,
Wow,
you and people
you're-
like you.
You're
Yeah,
a political genius. Holy shit.
I know. It's not that really I'm a political genius as much as you're a political idiot and I look like a genius in comparison.
So, I mean, it seems like you do these arguments, off of pure emotion and no like intelligence or
Yeah.
common.
Sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Okay, let's talk about the fact that after the overturning of Roe v. Wade and the Dobbs decision, abortions actually went up in the United States. Let's also go with the fact that maternal mortality has increased in the United States. Dude, that means more mothers are fucking dying. Okay, at an incredibly high rate. So not only are there more abortions that are happening in the United States, but more freaking women that were carrying those fetuses also died. All right. So for somebody that says that they're pro murder, you sure seem to be pretty okay with a lot more fucking people dying due to your horrific policies that were put in place due to Supreme Court justices that were put in under Trump. Is that good enough for emotion for you, or was that confusing?
I mean, I don't typically argue out of emotion. I argue out of.
Well, how about you argue at all?
I mean, I did, and you got really upset.
Sir, I have not been upset. There is no way I would let someone like you upset me.
Someone like me.
Yes.
Oh God.
Sir, this is what's called being in control of your emotions, sir. And I don't let some random person that calls a phone line just to talk to me deal with my emotions. Okay, my emotions have no effect. What's happening is I'm talking, with voice and tone changes, which is how I talk because that's the type of person I am. And you're getting all in your fifis about it. Okay. And so because you're all in your fifis about it, you think that I'm emotional when I'm not, sir. What I care about is people living. Your policy, people that you support, not only support the increased maternal freaking mortality rates, increased abortion, but they also take away things like school lunches so that we have the 1 in 5 children in the United States that freaking experience food insecurity. But that's because of your party. Your party is starving American children. They also ripped away SNAP benefits from millions of people in the United States, including millions of children that rely on SNAP benefits in order to eat, increasing the likelihood of food security within the United States. They're also ripping 17 to 20 million people off of Medicaid that includes children. So now children not only won't be able to eat, but also they won't be able to get the medical care and health care for what they need. All right. But what you're concerned about is making sure that women are under men's control, because what you want is to be able to control women and their bodies when you could never, carry a child whatsoever. Because that's your concern. Your concern has nothing to do with children or life. It has everything to do with control and your need for it.
I don't know where you really got that from, but that's okay. Anyways, what? Okay, so I don't care about children. I want to be empowered because of why exactly? Because I
don't know. I assume bad parenting.
Bad parenting. I don't have a kid, but okay. You just went on the biggest ramble I've ever seen. Sorry, I'm playing a game while talking to you. Just because you talk a lot about random shit that you brought up.
You're not very bright, are you?
What do you mean? You just talk to yourself for about 5 minutes straight, complaining and then calling me a bad person because I stated an opinion that was.
All right. Apparently, everybody's just a little off today. I said bad parenting. This dumbass thought I meant he was a fucking parent. I truly didn't know somebody could get that stupid. I truly didn't know somebody could be that fucking stupid.
It's insane.
I thought you had to have a certain amount of brain cells working to how does that dude breathe and fucking tie his shoes? Goodness gracious. Wake up. Thank you so much for the $10. Says, Just wanted to say, watching you sometimes beat people with their own sources is absolutely hilarious. It's like watching a pick six in football. Oh, I like that. And he scores. I like that. I'm going to use that. Thank you so much, Wake Up. And JT, thank you so much for $2. Said, probably take a call from Alex, please. I don't know who the fuck Alex is. The phone lines are open. Alex can call. I don't know who Alex is. I don't care who calls on the phone. Just as long as it's not that last guy. Goodness gracious. I would like to have somewhat of a decent conversation at some point tonight. I would like to have some type of conversation with somebody who can breathe with their mouth closed. Goodness gracious. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
It's insane.
Like, goodness. Guy, dude, the phone's on loud. If you were calling, we'd all hear it.
Insane.
Okay? If you were calling, we'd all hear it. All right. Happy birthday, Dory. Can we get happy birthdays in the chat for Dory over there? Should we sing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dory. Happy birthday to you. And a whole and 74 more. Hello, how are you?
Happy birthday to you.
Hello?
Yo, turn off the background.
It's off, dude.
Well,
You're very
it
obnoxious.
wasn't off because I could hear it.
No, do you hear it now?
No.
You're okay.
Because you
I'm
turned
sorry.
it off after I told you to.
Okay.
Good boy.
Yeah. You're very obnoxious. Here, go in the other room with that, please.
You want me to go in the other room with you? That's a little forward, sir.
The background that you heard was on the other phone. The person's leaving the area. Do you support this Minnesota thing?
I support this Minnesota thing. You mean the fraud that's already had like 94 indictments over the last 3 years?
Yeah, the one that you mentioned.
Yes,
Tim Walz was charged.
All right. And I didn't hang up on him. He just disappeared. I think he got so upset that he just hung up the phone. That was very strange. Democratic Lies, thank you so much for the $5. Said corporations and companies exploiting the illegals for their own gain and tax evasion. They can lower the cost of products, hence you without a job. What? I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. I'm not really going to unpack it all, but I don't know what that has to do with my job.
I'm back, my friend. I'm sorry. That was my fault that I hung up accidentally.
Well, I know it wasn't mine.
So the fraud in Minnesota has been ongoing, but it's really recently only come to light. If Tim Walz had become the vice president, the number 2 Democrat.
Hold on, sir. They started investigating in 2022. By the time Trump said anything about it, there was over 90 indictments. What do you mean it's just coming to light?
Well, I just found out about it, and it was uncovered recently.
There is a whole bunch of stuff that you just found out about. That doesn't mean that it's new. Okay.
Okay, so it's a problem, right?
Of course it's a problem. That's why they put 90-some people in jail over it.
And why didn't Tim Walz
They
take
did. He
control
was
of
the
that?
governor when they put 90-something people in jail for it.
But the program still existed, though. He was ripping off the taxpayers and giving it to the Somalis.
He was not ripping
for
off the
block
taxpayers.
votes of 100,000.
Sir,
You're naive to think that if it wasn't, he didn't turn a blind eye to it.
Sir, no, he did not turn the blind. Now, were some people turning a blind eye to it? I absolutely believe that there was. But if I think that Tim Walz, somehow the governor, is so involved in the everyday fucking dollar for dollar of what federal aid is going to which fucking feed kids programs is fucking crazy. And sounds like you don't have a clue what a governor does.
Apparently, he's incompetent. There's a scene in the movie Casino where De Niro has to fire the commissioner's son that works for him. He says, if you knew about the cheating and didn't turn it in, you're fired. And if you didn't know about the cheating, then you're too stupid to be working here and you're fired. So
you know what? I love
Tim
that.
Walz comes out, yeah, that's the situation Tim Walz is in. If
I love
he knew
that.
about
So
it,
you mean like you mean like when Donald Trump just pardoned like multiple people for fraud? Or when Donald Trump pardoned the person that was funding Boko Haram and Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations. Or
I loved his pardon. How about Ollie North? I loved his pardon.
no, we're not talking about those.
um,
Where he's pardoning people for fraud. Maybe where he pardoned the guy that brought 400 tons of cocaine in the United States. Are you okay with
the
that?
January 6th guys.
Do
I
you
love
no,
that
no, sir.
pardon.
We're not
That was
talking about that.
awesome.
Listen to what I'm
Political
saying
prosecution.
and try to respond to what I'm saying, not what your brain tells you to think about, okay? Are you okay with him pardoning somebody that financed
I was
terrorism?
talking about Tim Waltz incompetent. You're the one that changed
Yeah.
the subject.
No, sir, we're talking about the same subject.
So if
I'm
I
sorry
have
that you
to,
can't
if I
keep up.
divert with another topic, that doesn't
Sir,
mean
I'm
that
still on the
like,
same topic.
stupid.
Yeah. I am showing you that Donald Trump fits that exact same rhetoric that you talked about with either you knew or you didn't know. Either way, you're incompetent. That same thing falls for
Yeah.
Donald Trump. Not to mention that he has support from people like Rick Scott, who actually literally did fraud in the
Oh,
United States,
he's awesome.
and he still supports him.
Oh, he's the best. Talking
He
about pardon,
did
your
pretty
boy
much
Joe
the
Biden
same thing,
pardoned
sir.
his
He
son
did.
Hunter.
Hey,
he
hey.
pardoned thousands
All right,
of
sir.
people.
I
including-
am not in the mood to deal with you right now. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a
Rick
good
Scott
night.
did like all that fraud also, and you have no problem with it. You know why?
You're going to tell me why?
Yeah, because you're racist.
Didn't
Not interested. Hey, Louise, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. Said, Paulie, I appreciate everything you do, but please wear a hat. Love you guys. Where we go? I even got my hair cut today. I ain't wearing a hat today. I even got my hair cut. Are you kidding me over here? Have you seen all this? Looking good. It's looking good. Well, honestly, I think I might call it a little early today, to be completely honest with you. I am the backup account is really off, and the YouTube one is struggling today. Everything's just kind of struggling today, and the callers don't seem to be getting any better. So I think I'm just gonna freaking call it a night for the night, and I'll be back on tomorrow. But I really hope that you guys all have a wonderful day, and love you guys. I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.